Welcome back to the deep dive. If the pace of AI development feels, I don't know, less like steady progress and more like a rocket launch, where the launch date just keeps getting closer.
Well, you're absolutely right. It has been a really monumental season for breakthroughs. We've sorted through all the noise to find the actual signal. Okay, let's unpack this. We have basically distilled the season's top 10 AI stories. You know, the ones that don't just generate clicks, but actually fundamentally change how people are making money, creating content, even writing code. Our mission here is simple. Give you the fastest possible shortcut to being truly well-informed on what really matters right now.
Yeah, and what's fascinating, I think, is that we are really witnessing the end of the AI novelty phase. It's not just toys anymore. This collection of reports and research we've looked at, it shows a pretty definitive foundational shift. AI is moving from being this theoretical tool you might, play around with into a practical, almost indispensable business and creative partner. It's actually getting into the workflow now, not just sitting on the desktop waiting. So for this deep dive, we've kind of structured it around 4 critical areas. There's the monetization of creativity, cognitive productivity, how research is changing, and this automation of identity and global access. These are the areas that really prove AI has already redefined what it means to be a creator or a coder or a researcher. We're moving past just tools. It's more like infrastructure for imagination now.
Okay, let's start where the change feels most immediate, most tangible. The new creator economy. And this is where it gets really interesting. One of the top stories we looked at highlights how these free text-to-image platforms, which, just a few months ago felt like fun playgrounds, right?
Totally. Just experiments.
Exactly. Now they are fueling like actual verifiable income streams for thousands of people.
Yeah, this is what we're calling the micro creator engine kicking into gear. It's pretty wild. People are generating art, from simple text prompts and then immediately turning around and selling the results. Merch, posters, even NFTs are still part of that picture, those unique digital tokens. The key insight here, I think, is that AI just multiplies creativity by orders of magnitude. You don't necessarily need the expensive cameras or years of art training anymore. What you need is vision, taste, and this is crucial, timing. The barrier to actually starting a creative business, it's basically collapsed.
That sounds almost chaotic, though, a total free-for-all. But you're saying the systems underneath are getting organized.
They are, and fast. We saw major platforms rolling out specific monetization systems for AI agents, so developers can actually charge per interaction for their custom chatbots or, specialized AI assistants.
Yes, okay. Charge per interaction.
Right. And if you connect that dot to the bigger picture, well, the App Store era for AI, it's officially begun. Think back to the iPhone App Store launch. Suddenly, imagination had, economic rails to run on.
Ah, okay. I see the parallel.
Developers aren't just building cool stuff for fun now. Some are, but many are providing valuable, specialized cognitive services. And this infrastructure lets them generate revenue right away. It really solidifies that shift from just a hobbyist tool to a genuine business platform.
And speaking of imagination, but on a bigger scale maybe, we have to talk about visual vision. The deep dive into Google's VO 3.1 was pretty eye-opening. This isn't just generating some rough video clip from text anymore.
No, not at all. This lets users create pretty cinematic video sequences, and you can specify really complex details.
Yeah.
Things like the exact lighting you want, the emotional tone of the scene, even specific camera movements like dolly shots, crane views, all just from a text prompt.
That's incredible. So
Yeah.
what does that mean for, say, indie filmmakers or smaller creative teams?
Well, it empowers them massively. Think about it. What used to take weeks of pre-production, budgeting for big crews, or intense editing sessions, now it can start as just a really detailed description.
Bringing you the
If you've got a
smartest
great
updates
storyboard,
shaping our
but maybe
digital
not a
future.
Hollywood budget,
Meta has
these
officially
AI
launched
video
AI
tools make
Studio
that
2.0,
initial
a
creative
groundbreaking
vision
platform
instantly
where
scalable.
any
It
creator
kinda
can
levels
train
the
a
playing
personal
field,
AI
doesn't it?
influencer
Makes
that
complex
speaks,
cinematic
writes,
production
and
accessible
posts
to anyone with a
exactly like
strong
them.
narrative idea.
You feed it your
But
voice, your
accessibility,
favorite
especially when you're talking
phrases,
about
and your
replicating
content
human
style.
things,
The
that
system
often
then
becomes
builds a full generative model,
We saw this
able to
breakthrough in
create
audio
entire
generation,
content
too.
pipelines,
AI
letting
voices
their
have now
AI
convincingly
influencer
crossed that
post
line.
branded
Yeah.
deals,
They're becoming
reply to
largely
fans, or
indistinguishable
even
from
go
real
live
human
24/7,
Yeah, that's the sound
multiplying
of the
income
uncanny
without
valley, just
lifting a finger. But this
disappearing,
also
that
raises
feeling where
deep
something sounds
questions.
almost human,
When
but
your
it's just
AI
slightly
twin,
off.
Oh, yeah, the
authenticity
slightly
and
freaky
automation
robot voice.
collide.
Exactly.
Early
that little
testers
bit of
report
wrongness,
doubling
the voice
engagement
missing
rates,
natural breath,
especially for
tiny
small creators
imperfections. The
who
tech
can't
seems to
post
have
daily
basically
but
solved
want to
that.
stay visible.
Now, on the plus side,
But
think
experts
about
warn,
huge cost
if
savings.
AI personalities
Faster
flood the
dubbing,
internet, the line
narration,
between real and
localization for
artificial
global content
might
is
blur
massive.
faster than we
But it
expect.
also raises a really important
So maybe the question
I think.
isn't, will
If
AI
machines can
replace
achieve perfect
influencers,
replication
but
of
are we
sound,
ready to share
what
our
are
voice
human
with a
audiences
mean?
is going to value next.
My bet would be on authenticity. If perfect sound becomes automated, the market will naturally start craving real emotion, real presence, genuine imperfection, perhaps, the soul of the story, like you said.
That could very well be it, a premium on the genuinely human.
Okay, so that's a radical shift for creators. But the intellectual shifts might be even bigger. Let's move from content creation to cognitive productivity. We're seeing advancements that really redefine high-level intellectual tasks. And I think a lot of people listening can relate to this first one, the idea of a thinking browser. We saw that detailed in some sources.
Absolutely. We've all been there, right? 50 tabs open. You're desperately searching for that one key fact, that one insight. This next-gen browser idea, it doesn't just show you results. It actually interprets the pages, it synthesizes information, it kind of thinks with you.
Thinks with you. Okay.
For researchers, students, anyone doing deep analytical work, this is just a massive cognitive time saver, potentially. Instead of you having to sift endlessly through keywords, read 30 separate articles, the browser could summarize entire research streams for you. It could pull out the core insights, maybe even draft initial summaries or content based on what it found. The whole goal of search changes completely.
So it's not just about finding keywords anymore.
Exactly. It's moving towards thinking together with the AI to synthesize knowledge almost instantly.
Wow. And speaking of, intellectual deep dives, the change in programming, that might be the most profound shift we looked at in this area. We reviewed DeepMind's new model, and it didn't just automate the typing part of coding tasks. The source note said it reasoned its way through complex problems.
That reasoning capability, that's the absolute critical breakthrough.
But hold on, if DeepMind is reasoning through code, predicting structure, catching bugs, optimizing functions better than seasoned developers, isn't that alarming for programmers?
Yeah.
How is that collaboration, not just replacement?
That's the crucial question, isn't it? And the source was explicit. This model did outperform experienced humans in complex optimization tasks. But the implication isn't necessarily the end of programming. It's more like the rebirth of the developer role.
Okay, how so?
As the AI handles more of the mechanics, the repetitive syntax, the bug hunting, the optimization grind, humans can shift their focus entirely. We move up a level to high-level system design, architecture, defining the meaning and the purpose behind the code. We stop sweating the how so much and focus almost exclusively on the what and the why of the application we're building.
So more architect, less bricklayer.
That's a pretty good analogy, yeah. And that shift from passive work to more active, higher-level thinking, it's also hitting research hard. Think about Google's NotebookLM audio overview feature. This thing transforms your own research notes or articles you upload or even complicated scripts into an AI-hosted podcast or dialogue.
Wait, seriously, so instead of me grinding through some dense academic paper, I upload it, and the system turns it into a conversation that summarizes it and connects the dots for me. Maybe things I would have missed just reading.
Precisely. We've entered an era where your knowledge literally talks back to you. The system generates a dialogue, it summarizes, it explains concepts, it actively connects ideas across your different study materials. It turns passive reading into active, personalized listening.
That sounds like it could dramatically improve understanding and recall.
Exactly. It's like personalized intellectual acceleration, making complex research instantly more conversational.
Okay, let's wrap up the biggest breakthroughs by looking at how AI is reshaping, global access and even digital identity. This one felt a bit sci-fi. One key report introduced Meta's AI Studio 2.0. It lets users train a personalized AI influencer.
Yeah, it sounds out there, but think of it as identity automation, but with personality. The process involves feeding the AI a user's existing content posts, videos, messages, whatever. It studies their specific style, their tone, their energy, how they communicate.
And the result?
The result is essentially a digital twin, an AI version of you that can manage your DMs, answer common questions, engage with your audience 24/7. It provides a brand presence that feels authentic to the user, hopefully, but it's scalable and always active. It's like multiplying your personal voice with machine precision.
That ability to automate engagement while trying to maintain authenticity, that seems incredibly valuable. You can imagine the core creator focusing on their next big project while their digital self handles the day-to-day community stuff. But is the audience ready for that? Are people going to be okay interacting with an AI version of their favorite personality?
That is the big open question, definitely. But the business case for just pure scale is undeniable. Someone's going to try it. And speaking of expanding reach, like exponentially, we noted a massive linguistic milestone this season. AI models now understand and generate content not just in a handful of major languages, but in over 50 global
Well,
languages.
it's instantly accessible.
Mhm.
That sounds like a tectonic shift for anyone creating global content.
Oh, it's monumental. Think about it. Subtitles, high-quality translations, realistic-sounding dubbing,
Yeah.
all becoming automated and near instantaneous. For decades, language barriers created this kind of internet hierarchy, right? Content in English or a few other major languages dominated everything. But now, AI is collapsing that structure. This automation is bringing potentially billions of new voices and consumers online. It allows storytellers, educators, businesses, whoever, to instantly go global without needing huge, expensive translation teams. The internet might actually become truly universal. So, if we pull back for a second and just synthesize the grand theme here, which actually our Source One summary put quite eloquently, the real story of this season seems clear. AI has fundamentally stopped being just a tool you use for isolated tasks. It has become, or is rapidly becoming, a full-fledged creative business partner. It creates with us, it plans alongside us, and it learns from our interactions.
Absolutely. It's hard to argue with that when you look across the board, whether you're looking at monetizing generated art or generating cinematic video from text or handling complex coding logic or even training a digital twin to manage your audience. The possibility for income, for innovation, for inspiration. It feels immense. And it's becoming immediately accessible in ways it just wasn't even a year ago. But, when you look at all these breakthroughs we've just discussed, the logic solvers, the perfect voice generators, the multilingual translators, they're all handling the mechanics of the work, aren't they?
They are. They do the heavy lifting of execution.
Right.
And that raises the critical shift in mindset that's required. For you, for anyone listening, trying to figure out how to thrive in this new landscape, the people who are going to win next year, they won't be the ones who are just afraid of AI automating their current tasks.
Right.
They'll be the ones who are ready to ask the next level question.
And that question is,
That question is, since the machine can now handle the typing, the generating, the summarizing, the translating, what truly human problem can we now solve? Or what genuinely extraordinary thing can we finally build together with this new partner?
that's the real expansion, isn't it? Is the expansion of
Sure.
creativity itself.